Good afternoon. I'm Emily Sullivan, co-chair of the City Club's Special Programs Committee. Our program today is the first of a three-part series entitled Northeast Ohio Naturally. Today's economic development program diverges somewhat from the series' main theme, which focuses on nature and how it impacts our quality of life. It is included because it brings together nature and machine, and because the project is important in positioning the Northeast Ohio region as one of our nation's leaders in advanced energy development. Two other programs are in the works for this series: the Ohio Canal Corridor in October, and Metro Parks with its new leader in November. We have with us today four gentlemen who are leaders of the offshore wind energy installation in Lake Erie. Moderating the discussion on the far left is Richard Stube, founding principal in Nortech's Advanced Energy Initiative, Nortech Energy Enterprise. He is working on loan from the Cleveland Foundation, which he joined in 2006 as the Fellow for Energy and Environmental Advancement. Mr. Stube has more than 20 years in the energy industry, most recently in advanced energy technologies and business opportunities. He has degrees from MIT and Stanford University. Next to his right is Dr. Lori Wagner, president of the Lake Erie Energy Development Corporation, commonly known as LEEDCO, the launch team for the installation of wind turbines in Lake Erie. He succeeded Richard Stube in that position. A nuclear engineer with several related degrees, he has extensive experience with wind turbine technology. Dr. Wagner's previous experience includes serving as president of Azure LLC, a renewable energy development corporation in Solon. While at Azure, he played a leading role in the installation of the wind turbine at the Great Lakes Science Center. Next, we have from the state of Ohio, Dr. Mark R. Shanahan. He's been executive director of the Ohio Air Quality Development Authority and its Clean Air Resource Center since 1989. In January 2007, Governor Strickland appointed him the governor's energy advisor through executive order. In addition, he is the governor's delegated representative on the Third Frontier Commission. He is an honors graduate of Boston College, the University of Pennsylvania, and Case Western Reserve University. And finally, nearest me here, Mr. Richard Reno, General Manager of the Offshore Wind Platform for General Electric. He leads a global team on efforts including overall strategy and growth of GE's offshore wind turbine. Mr. Reno has held several management roles in engineering and product management in GE's worldwide thermal and hydro segments. He has a degree in electrical engineering from Clarkson University. With that, I turn you over to the panel and our moderator, Mr. Richard Stube.
Thank you, Ellie. It's a real pleasure to be here today and see such a large and eager audience to learn about offshore wind. I've had the privilege of being here in Cleveland almost 5 years now. I joined the Cleveland Foundation in early 2006 and am now on loan to Nortech Energy Enterprise. And during most of that time, I've had the privilege of being very heavily involved in a lot of the offshore wind efforts that have been undertaken here in Northeast Ohio. When this got started about 4 years ago, I was approached by Cuyahoga County Prosecutor Bill Mason, Steve Dever, and others in the community who said, there's a real opportunity to make Northeast Ohio a real leader in offshore wind. Let's try and get ourselves organized to pursue that opportunity. So over the past few years, under the leadership of Cuyahoga County and Prosecutor Bill Mason, the Energy Development Task Force investigated the possibility of putting wind turbines out in Lake Erie to confirm that they were, it was an environmentally acceptable thing to do, to confirm that it was an engineering-wise and technically feasible thing to do, and to begin understanding what the economic opportunity associated with putting wind turbines out in Lake Erie could be. Initially, when we started that evaluation, it was in the context of a relatively modest size project of a few turbines out there. But what we came to observe and conclude was that if we really wanted to build an industry and create a large economic opportunity for Northeast Ohio, we had to think more boldly and more broadly than that. We need to think about a series of projects and many turbines over time building towards a real industry and industrial opportunity. At the same time, over the last year or so, we realized as part of the task force, which was a virtual and voluntary organization, that we needed to get ourselves organized in a more formal and structurally coherent way. So Cuyahoga County, Lorain County, the City of Cleveland, Nortec, and the Cleveland Foundation came together to create a new organization called the Lake Erie Energy Development Corporation. And the role of the Lake Erie Energy Development Corporation is to take this work that's been done to date and to really put meaningful work behind it towards developing one and then multiple projects of offshore wind turbines out in Lake Erie over Northeast Ohio to help create this industry. And it's my pleasure to have helped put LEEDCO together. It was a project of Nortec Energy Enterprise to help launch LEEDCO, which I was privileged to lead. And it was a real pleasure for me to scan the universe of opportunities and realize that the person who is really best suited to lead that is the gentleman sitting to my right, Dr. Lori Wagner. And Lori, I'd like to turn it over to you and let you maybe make a few comments about where you see LEEDCO today and where you see LEEDCO moving forward over the next few years.
Thank you, Richard. It is a real pleasure to be here. I'm really honored, and I appreciate what Richard said. There's a lot of work that has gone into having me here as the head of LEEDCO. We have an interesting mission. We have a short-term mission, which is to understand how do we put a pilot project in the lake and work with all of the agencies and all of the people that are going to be required for future success. And that's permitting, there's legal issues, taxing issues, engineering issues. You know, when I think of this project, I keep thinking of all the things that need to be done, and not to slight the engineers in the group, of which I am one, but the engineering is the easy part, because we all know that we can do it. We don't know how much it's going to cost, but we all know we can do it. But, you know, that's the idea behind the pilot project, is to understand the process it's going to take to go to the next step. And the next step is building the industry. Our goal is to have 1,000 megawatts in the water, which would be 250 turbines by 2020, and to have the cost of electricity be competitive. And that is no small challenge. And that's what we need to really put our heads together and work as a team, as a region. And that's the beauty of LEEDCO. We have Ashtabula County, hopefully soon Lake County. Lake County Port Authority has indicated their willingness to be part of this. Cuyahoga County, City of Cleveland, Lorain County, and then we hope to attract the counties that are all along the lake, so we have a true regional effort, because that's what it's going to take.